Alright, hello and welcome to the second CEVO Showmatch between Phantoms.ESports and Farming All Day Everyday. I'll be calling them Faded. I'm Helium from FMBP Dota. I'm solo casting tonight because the Leafs are good for once and are in a Game 7 that they may or may not win. I heard it just got tied up. Super Dry was pretty upset about it. But anyway, let's get into the picks and bans here. Just initially, looks like the first ban going to Farming All Day Everyday. They take out the Bat Rider and the Magnus, so pretty standard there. You know, very strong mids with big ultimates. Bat Rider able to just pick someone off instantly with that lasso. Firefly good in the early team fights. Magnus, you know, Shockwave RP, we see him enough. We know why he's dangerous. Caudle, pretty much just annoying with that Illuminate, not able to push against. Pretty good in tri-lanes, aggressive or defensive really. The Relocate allows for some split pushing and his ultimate form. And then Nyx Assassin, you know, again, a hero everyone sort of doesn't want to play against. Just gives teams too much room on the map when he hits that level 6.
10 seconds
with
remaining.
that Vendetta. Also, if he gets levels above the supports on the other team, can sort of just run around and pick him off. Saw that, a little bit of that today in, what game was it? Some Tier 3 qualifier game. Speaking of Tier 3 qualifiers, they've been pretty sweet. GD Studio doing a phenomenal job. But anyway, some picks out now. Shadow Demon was the first pick up here for Faded. So, you know, pretty standard. I mean, all the first pick heroes, I guess there's a couple more. And I mean, most of the really annoying ones here are all banned out straight off the bat. So just going with that Shadow Demon as the first pick. And then Rubik immediately picks up by Phantoms and Gyrocoppers. So you can see a bit of a combo there if they find themselves lining together. You know, the telekinesis to the rocket or telekinesis to the home rocket barrage or the homing missile. And then here's this tri-lane that we've seen quite a bit as of late, actually for quite a while now. The Shadow Demon Lifestealer Lina, so probably going to be an aggressive tri-lane, but I guess there's no reason it couldn't be defensive. Just seems like a waste of a little bit of potential. Unless they find themselves in like a defensive tri-lane versus a hero that Lifestealer will do fine against, and the Shadow Demon and Lina can roam pretty early and get some kills and whatnot. But I don't know, most likely going to be aggressive. And then Juggernaut, so maybe going for some early push with that healing ward is Phantoms. They've also got the Flak Cannon to take out creep waves pretty easily, pretty quickly. Also Fade Bolt, not bad for pushing. I mean, if you got mana to spare. Also pretty good at stopping pushes as well. Not only does it do a ton of damage, but reduces the attack damage onto those buildings. So Bane banned out here by Faded. They don't want Bane picked up against Lifestealer. Pretty much a direct counter, I guess. Or as much as a support can counter a carry with that Fiend's Grip going through Rage and BKB. And then Darkseer banned out as a potential offlaner for Faded. And yeah, this again, the second CEVO Showmatch. I think there'll be a couple more before Seasons 2 starts, but if you haven't signed up already, go to CEVO.com, sign up for either Dota 2 or one of the many other games offered. $750 in cash prizes in Dota 2 alone, as well as some hardware prizes, so make sure to get signed up. Registration ends May 30th, and I believe May 30th is like right when the preseason starts as well. So make sure to check it out. And then meanwhile, while I was talking about that, Jakiro, Clockwork, and Quap banned out, as well as Tinker. So
Radiant team pick.
Why do we ban Jakiro? I mean, the Ice Path with the telekinesis is pretty strong. It can disrupt the fight with that Ice Path for sure. Does the dual breath slow stay on through Rage? I don't know how big of a deal that would actually be. Clockwork here is a good band. Those cogs will really mess up Nyx as he's running through the battlefield. Doesn't matter if he's raged, he'll still get that little mini stun off of it. And then Tinker banned out as a potential mid. Not wanting to go against it, although I think Juggernaut with Healing Ward is actually really good against Tinker. I mean, obviously Tinker's still annoying, but you can sort of walk through that march as a team if you're standing in the Healing Ward. It's a little random tidbit of information. May or may not be true, something I sort of noticed one game, but I've never really put it to the test. But anyway, Weaver picked up here as the fourth pick for Faded. So going to be their offlaner, that one-on-one offlaner. It looks like he will find himself, or it rather, will find itself against a bounty hunter, possibly in a one-on-one situation. Which, who does that favor? I don't know. It's going to favor Weaver a little early with that Gymnade attack, or just the Saguchi, I guess. But once level 6, I don't know. I mean, the track can be put out and Weaver can get really low, but as long as he's keeping that mana up, he'll be able to drop a time lapse. So I don't think Bounty Hunter will be able to take him out, but... And might not be able to farm against the higher levels of Saguchi and Geminate attack are going to really hurt.
Storm Spirit has arrived.
And then Storm Spirit introducing himself there for us, as he so often does. Very flamboyant panda Mexican guy. Anyway, going to be in the mid lane, so look forward to that. CEVO most likely playing that. Theory probably on the Weaver here. Corey on the Lifestealer, and the supports. Dimitri on the Shadow Demon, I guess. King Kraken on the Lina. Whatever. That's my guess. Probably pretty close to that. And for Phantoms.ESports, I want to say Andrew Riley is the carry, but I don't really remember. Andrew Riley and Hotaru's are the only two members from Phantoms from last season. They made the playoffs and looked like they could have been the team to win CEVO Season 1. But unfortunately, rosters were locked, and that wasn't something that was going to be unbudged. And 3 other members quit Dota 2 unexpectedly. And that's why we find them here tonight with a new lineup. Looks like they are still rocking a stand-in. But I know Sneaks was also in CEVO Season 1, playing for Lazura, and before that I think it was a Roche Timer. They switched the name halfway through the season, so no stranger to CEVO. Unicorn Power I also think was on a team, but I just can't remember which. And using a lot of time for the last pickup here. What do they need? They need another support, unless they're doing a sort of pandemic style with like a weird roaming Juggernaut, get a few levels, rotate him to a tri-lane sort of thing. That was a strange game. Maybe in between I'll try to remember which one it was in case anyone's interested in watching it. And yeah, dipping into the reserve time, 30 seconds left here. Trying to think what supports are left. It's hard to do without looking at the Oh, so gonna pick Puck. So yeah, looks like Juggernaut might find himself in a precarious situation this game. Oh, maybe Andrew was the offlaner, yeah, I don't know. Wait till we get in game here to continue introducing. And if anyone's just tuning in, again, the second CEVO Showmatch, we got Phantoms versus Faded. This is a best of 3, I don't know if I actually mentioned that. So it is a best of 3, so look for some pretty good games. I'm hoping for 3 games, but the teams themselves probably just hoping to take it in 2. But anyway, to start the introductions on Phantoms.ESports, we got Hotaru's on that gyrocopter. Let's see where he's going to go. He's buying some clarities, buying a lot of regen. I mean, Puck's going to be mid. We'll come back to that. So Hotaru's playing the gyrocopter, Andrew Riley playing that offlane Bounty Hunter. Got a poor man's shield to start. Not fed wards, so I guess he's not... Yeah, Weaver's not going to be able to pull on his own. Unicorn Power playing... support gyrocopter. Have I lost my mind? I think I have. Should have definitely have realized that. I think support gyrocopter is amazing. But anyway, Unicorn Power on that carry Juggernaut. Stand-in Superdry. Big Maple Leafs fan. So let's hope for... He's probably hoping for a win tonight from not only himself, but also the Toronto Maple Leafs. So who knows? And Phantoms Sneaks on that mid lane on the Puck. So look for big dream coils from him. Going for a very fast bottle build. And then, of course, we've got Faded from an all day, every day on the Radiant. We've got Corey on that Weaver, getting Saguchi first. It's a pretty standard build. Looks like he'll make an Aquila eventually. King Kraken on that Shadow Demon in the top lane with support Sentry Smoke, so look for a quick roaming. CEVO with that baller hat. That Anuxi Moon. Storm Spirit sombrero.
The battle begins.
Going to the mid lane, not quite as fast of a bottle build. He's picked up a Mantle of Intelligence for some last hitting because Puck's last hit is pretty high. And then Dimitri here on the Lina, that Light Striker Ray scaled up, and obviously some Observer Wards, going to put one down there. And Theory on that carry Nake, so kind of switching up his role. Normally does the offlane, but apparently Corey likes that Weaver just a little bit more. So pretty standard lanes. I guess, besides maybe the gyro support, but I mean, he's a great support. He's really great at every role, except pretty much offlane. But we'll see how this goes in the mid. CEVO picked up that haste that did spawn, and just giving him a little bit of room to work in mid.
Denied.
See if the action will be up top first or not. Looks like Spangler just lagged out of the game. I don't know what that's about. So this Bounty Hunter Weaver matchup could be pretty interesting. One-on-one. You can see I mean, Weaver's extremely squishy already so low off a 1 Janata hit. Might even go down here level 1. Saguchi's such a long cooldown. Now it turns off. He's got the salve. He's going to have to be a little more careful until Saguchi is on a lower cooldown because he actually almost went down there. And then in the top lane, let's see how well Theory's farming so far. 3 last hits compared to Juggernaut's 2, so pretty even. But in the mid lane, Puck, or Sneaks, just doing really well. 6 last hits, 1 deny already. Highest in the game by far, even though it is quite early. But yeah, CEVO being pushed back a little. Only with 3 last hits right now. And no, the wards here not placed yet by Super Dry. So no wards down for the Dire. They kind of just went straight to the lane, and now that they're here, he can't really afford to leave without either his teammates kind of dropping off a little bit and then definitely not farming, or possibly they could get picked off when he leaves. So going to be blind for a little bit, but not really going to matter. Both Puck and Storm definitely want to hit 6 in the mid lane. And now we're breaking out of the lane a little bit up top. Looks like a stack goes off. They maybe could have body blocked it, but deciding not to. So if they pull, and here comes Rubik putting down his ward now. So Juggernaut with his spin, I don't know. If they go on him with the Shadow Demon, obviously you can just spam Q and most likely dodge the Lina stun unless it's perfect. So it's a good pickup in that regard. Also, if they turn into Toby there for a second. Puck getting that invisibility rune in the bot. If they go on him with the open wounds, he can sort of purge it with his Blade Fury, so should work out for them. I can see why they picked it up here. And also his ultimate goes through Rage, so another good reason to pick up a Juggernaut versus Nakes. The stack being sort of stolen here. Definitely going to want to steal this creep wave back. And again, more trading here in the bot lane between that Bounty Hunter and the Weaver. So far, pretty farm-centric game. Not a lot of action early on as we hit the 3-minute mark. Check the gold graph, see who's farming maybe just a little bit better than the other. It looks pretty stinking even right now. XP favoring Faded barely at all, just 200 right now. It's not even, that's maybe like half a level at this point in the game. I guess it depends on what level you're at, but whoa, bot lane. Andrew getting really low as Corey, he's got his Bass finished. Saguchi level 2. Maybe he could go in for that. It looks like he's going to. Andrew gonna pop invis. Maybe try to Janata strike out of that. Let's keep our eyes down there. He's on the prowl. Saguchi, 1 more second. No mana though. And CEVO really low in the mid lane. Not really sure what happened there. Looks like Puck used invis to maybe escape. Still runs into the Remnant. No level 6 yet, still just level 5. Does he have the burst? No mana for Orb now. He's got it now, doesn't need it anyway with the last hit, but the bot will give him enough. Throws it anyway, so Sneaks drawing the first blood in the mid lane versus CEVO. Sort of one of the stranger first bloods I've ever seen in the mid lane with him running all the way up in the jungle here. And then Sneaks feeling good about himself, picking up that DD rune. Level 6 with the Dream Coil. Now I think it's going to be really hard for CEVO to return to this lane. With there's gonna be a level advantage. He's still level 5, not even close to 6. Well, I mean, yeah, close to 6 because he's 5, but no experience into 5, and doesn't have that escape that is Ball Lightning. Dream Coil's up now. Puck's pretty much full mana. Well, could be if you use the bottle, but he's got a double damage in there, so that could potentially be really strong if he throws the Dream Coil and then pops that. CEVO could melt, and we could see another blood. Some more blood spilled in the mid lane there, going towards Phantoms. And yeah, so Theory farming really well in the top lane, definitely beating Juggernaut at about 8 CS ahead. Nothing huge, but you know, somewhat substantial. Oh, nice, dodging that overload attack with that phase shift. And now some more jungle pulling going on. It's like some Alpha Wolf camps, that's gonna just obliterate that creep wave when it gets pulled into that. Oh, and CEVO disconnects from the game. Turns out I'm a big noob and I left the overlays on. Kind of forgot about that. But we should be good now. Indeed we are. So sorry about that. Been a couple days since the Thursday cast, you know, out of the groove. Not quite used to the overlays yet. Puck in the mid lane. Does he have enough for a dream coil? Yes, he does. 100. He maybe could have win on that. But just deciding to play a little safe. Already ahead in the mid lane. So you don't want to give up that lead. And then we have a smoke gank here from Faded, King Kraken, and Dimitri coming into the mid lane. It's still going to be hard to gank a puck even with these three. They've got to be perfect with that combo. And while they're doing this, the Nake's not going to be able to farm as well as he could with them in the lane. They could grab that haste rune as well, or just wait for Phantom's sneaks to go for it. But as he goes for that rune, because he spotted it out there, breaks the smoke on King Kraken.
Tower is being subjected to extreme violence.
And yeah, gonna be all right. Definitely wasted a lot of time on those two supports roaming down into the mid lane, and it resulted in absolutely nothing. Didn't really even disrupt Sneaks' farm, which is 30 last hits compared to Storm Spirit's 23, so still pretty close. And maybe that window for a quick kill is sort of gone for Sneaks. Now that Storm Spirit's level 6. And it looks like Corey got sent back in the bot lane, Andrew Riley. That Janata harass, maybe just a little too much. Weaver is quite squishy, but Weaver also farming pretty well, 22 last hits, and yeah, 20 on the Bounty Hunter. So both doing quite well. Really everyone in each lane is doing well, so it could be a pretty intense game when we transition into the mid game. And that'll probably happen when either, well, Bounty Hunter's level 7, he doesn't necessarily need to be down here anymore. Could go top to try to get something done, but can continue to harass Corey down just a little bit, I believe. I mean, that Weaver getting a lot of farm will be pretty bad. They don't have a whole lot of stuns. I mean, the Dream Coil, I guess. But even that's sort of a loose stun. You can still Saguchi around it. Yeah, actually, the homing missile, I don't know. Yeah, there's not a lot of stuns here. I think that Weaver was a pretty good pickup. The telekinesis, of course. There we go. That might be enough to just take out a lonesome Weaver, but maybe when Weaver gets at Lincoln's in, I don't know, 15 more minutes or so. How well is he doing? He's tracked up in the bot lane. He already used time lapse, 20-second cooldown. So yeah, but the Saguchi, so much move speed. Still gonna be faster than a tracked Bounty Hunter with that. Yeah, he's got the Aquila finish, boots 1. Andrew Riley, Poor Man's Shield, boots 1 as well. Looks like he picked up a wand because of the Saguchis. Some refreshed wards there on Super Dry. Theory, phase boots going straight to armlet. Dimitri pretty much nothing. Unicorn power here. Let's see what he's got. Poor Man's Shield, also a magic wand just because of the Triverse Try. And in the bot lane, we got a rotation over from CEVO with the DD. Ball lightning in. There's the invis. They don't have any detection though, so not really sure why he's roaming down there. And in the top lane, King Kraken find himself in a lot of trouble. Defense disruption to save some time. Also baited out the rocket barrage. Now Dimitri in some trouble. Bounty Hunter with the shuriken and the track kill. So Puck picks that up, drops the Dream Coil. That lands on Theory as well. Silenced. Can't rage. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. Only right clicks needed. So it looks like 3 go down because King Kraken was chased down by Gyrocopter. So 3 kills go in the way of Phantoms, making it 4-1. So check the gold graph here in just a little bit. Yeah, we can see a steep increase towards the Dire. And a slightly more gradual experience increase into the favor of the Dire. And I think that's just due to the pulls up here. Well, obviously now the kills, but the supports and everything were farming up those stacks in the jungle. Where when you're in the aggressive Charlie, you don't really have that opportunity. And now CEVO could be in trouble here.
Top tower is under attack.
Now just taking a little bit of damage. Gonna throw a track, and then Andrew Riley might head back down to the bot lane, see if he can't continue to bother that Weaver.
I just noticed that Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Who is now pushing the bot tower. He's got the Ring of Aquila up. So he's doing a good job there. But I don't know. He's going to need to start roaming and get something done unless they want to put a whole lot of faith in that Weaver as another carry. Which I guess, like I was kind of going over, they can. There's not a whole lot of stun or disable for Phantoms to shut down an extremely fat Weaver.
But
At least they do have the track,
Structures
so
are
they'll usually have
cunningly
tabs on him.
fortified.
If he really wants to get out of that, he'll have to pop backtrack. And then upon the backtrack, you know, more detection. So 50 last hits for Theory. He's got 1 death. But let's see. I don't know if he's got anything on the chicken here. Holding that thought though. Corey could be in trouble in the bot lane. Sneaks. The track goes out. There's the silence. Ah, the silence will be pretty hard actually for Weaver to get away from if it does land on him as he Suguchis through people. So immediately bursted down there after the silence, and now CEVO rotated down. Gonna get Dream curled up. No mana right now. Pops it. Gonna go down as well. Double kill from Sneaks. I would only assume that they were both track kills, as the Bounty Hunter's got some nice mana left over. Now the pings go out. King Kraken's down here. Andrew Riley level 9. King Kraken level 4. So Bounty Hunter gonna decimate this Shadow Demon if he decides to go on him. But now Corey TP's back down to the tier 1 tower. Andrew Riley's still scouting out. There goes that silence. The track's there. The Janata wasn't. Now it hits. Sneaks picks up another kill. Unstoppable already. Now they turn on to go on Dimitri. No Light Strike Array yet. Was on cooldown actually. Double kill now for Sneaks. And then Corey now tracked up. He's got his time lapse though, so he'll be fine. Gonna have to use it there just to escape. So suddenly it's 8-1 in favor of Phantom. So doing a really smart game here. Pretty controlled. And just rotating that Bounty Hunter around. Picking off a couple kills that they know they can get. Also Puck sneaks with some nice movement from the mid to the bot. Also got the solo kill in mid lane 1-on-1 in the early game. I got a few more kills up here with a nice Dream Coil when I was told that I'm a noob and my overlays were on. Again, apologies for that.
Dire's middle tower is under
So
attack.
Corey trying to do what he can, you know, getting farm, pushing this tower. He's got 50 CS, so he's still doing quite well for himself. But, you know, no detection down. Well, there's a sentry here on the Lina, but... Oh, it looks like, yeah, one was already thrown down here, so... Bounty Hunter could be in trouble, but maybe not even going to move out. Can see that Lina's only has 1 sentry, so he knows one's on the ground. Could possibly just rotate somewhere else. Speaking of rotations, Sneaks coming to the top lane.
Dire's middle
They want to
tower
get
is
Theory.
under attack.
But CEVO with the DD might get the mid tier 1 tower. Now Bounty Hunter rotating over to possibly defend that. And looks like we got a new farm leader. And probably have had this for a while, but Juggernaut, Unicorn Power, the most farm in the game. Probably about time to switch to the net worth tab. CEVO taking a lot of damage. Andrew Riley's so strong right now. That's its entire mana pool. Pop in the Dream Coil. Gonna snap it. Wow, actually gonna live out of that. Nice ball, lightning jukes. Now Sneaks find himself in trouble. Here comes a call down from Gyrocopter. Gonna be enough. Takes out Sneaks. That's a big kill right now for Faded. Can they get Theory as well? Or sorry, Andrew. No, too fast with that phase. 11 armor as well. Right clicks do almost nothing. CEVO's got to get out of there. He's still tracked up. And now Corey continuing this push on the bot lane. So although it's a small little gain, killing that Puck is probably a big motivation boost right now for Faded. Who last hits that? Corey last hits that tower. Gonna be able to get out. Had to use time lapse to get out of the track, and then probably want to run away to a fairly safe location since time lapse is gonna be on cooldown for another 50 seconds. Drum's phase here on the Juggernaut, so pretty standard build there. Phase, normally you see phase drums on the Nakes as well, but looks like he wants that armlet for toggling just a little bit earlier. There's a lot of burst, not a whole lot of, I guess, constant damage. In the bot lane though, in trouble here is CEVO, possibly Corey as well. Puck TPing into the trees with that jaunt. Going one-on-one with Corey. Corey pops the Suguchi. Sneaks is going to be in trouble. Sneaks going to go down here. Soul Catcher lands. Don't know if it was necessarily needed. And Corey picks up a double kill. Who did he kill before that? I wasn't really paying attention. But at least to that bot lane area. Picked up Bounty Hunter first there. And now we have all 5 heroes in the bot lane for Faded. Looking to group up and push. So now it's 8-4. So Faded making pretty good steps towards getting back into this game. Check the gold graph. We actually see them ahead in gold now. And the XP pretty close to even there, right around the 0 mark. So despite the kills being 8-4, they picked up that mid tower, they picked up that bot tower. Thus the gold graph shifting in their favor. So that's, you know, it's 2,000 gold right there to everyone, plus a little bit more to whoever last hits it. And then of course the kills. They got 3 kills now unanswered. They see him. They dust up. Nice little bomb there. Sort of a Nyx bomb without Nyx really using Infest. Just running in step there together. Another big kill. Now that's 4 unanswered kills on the board for Faded. So definitely coming back into this game. May really even find themselves possibly leading ever so slightly. I don't know. Pretty even though. Gold graph around 2k, XP about 1,000, so yeah, still extremely close. And looks like an urn on the support gyrocopter, so maybe not an item you see on a support gyrocopter every time. I guess it's nice to tank up a little bit, have some mana regen, and yeah, just be able to obviously spam urn when you get some charges in it to either heal or damage. But of course, you normally want to get to a point where you can throw damage items even onto that support gyrocopter. So after the urn, maybe get some treads or phase, or yeah, I don't know, ogre club. Well, that's just more tanky, but that would build into a BKB, and he does a lot of damage just with his abilities anyway, as we all know, that rocket barrage. But then can support into a carry late game with the flat cannon. I've seen support gyrocopters pull some rampages out.
I feel like a broken record. In a stroke of cunning,
I can't remember what game that was, but it was pretty intense.
Dyer's middle tower.
Now the healing ward's down. Oh, actually, it's been down. Gonna run out. Only level 1. And now pushing here is Phantoms. Can they get the team fight that they need? Yes, I think they can. Dimitri immediately just melted over here, and more fighting behind the tower. Where did King Kraken die? Yeah, right by the tower. A Dream Coil down onto Corey. The track is up. The track is just doing so good against that Weaver right now. CEVO gonna get burst down as well. Now only Theory left in the middle of all of this, going down. So 1 kill. Puck dies for Phantoms, but getting 5 kills out of that.
Has that ever been cause for celebration?
For 1 and a tower. So now Phantoms maybe getting a little sloppy. I don't know. They had a pretty big lead, 8-1, or at least it feels like a big lead. When you've got 8 kills to 1, maybe get a little overconfident. Not saying that was necessarily the case, but it does happen sometimes. But with that, definitely showing that they've got that pushing power. They've got the big ultimate, that Dream Coil, that call down. Big AoE damage as well with the flat cannon. Andrew Riley hitting like a truck. Level 11 now, so level 2 track as well. So even more gold. And these are track kills, so yeah, okay. There's the gold graph sort of shifting over. But over to the net worth, so we got Unicorn Power on the Juggernaut. He's at 7,000 gold right now. Looks like his next item might just be a Yasha, or no, sorry, already got the point booster. Definitely going for an Ags. I know sometimes you maybe want to get a Maelstrom or something before you go for that Ags, just because you have the chance for the unique attack modifier proc in your ult. But it's not really a big deal at this point. I think early Ags on Juggernaut is pretty destructive. He's not even level 11 yet, and they're already winning fights. So Juggernaut going to get really strong here on his next level. Andrew Riley maybe a little overextended there. The sentries popped down. He's tanky enough to live through that, though. The Dragon Slave, although the animation went that far, the damage didn't follow it. Now Theory goes on to Hadaru's. Stun on Unicorn Power. No ultimate for Unicorn either. Everyone being really low on Phantoms, just trying to retreat out of this. Theory, open wound still on cooldown. Doesn't really care, running face first. He's got that armlet up, a nice light strike array. Now Theory, armlet toggling. I think that was the second one. Andrew Riley, though, on the side of this, picking up a double kill. He's dominating now, maybe going to get a triple here. I don't know if Theory can armlet toggle this. Maybe he can. He does indeed. Rubik goes down now. Backtracker. Time-lapse popped on Corey. Andrew Riley throws out a fresh track. The damage is insane from this bounty hunter right now. So 4 kills going the way Phantoms. Looks like 3 for Faded. So Phantoms getting the upper hand of that. Some really nice armlet toggles there by Theory. And now this gold graph doesn't know what to do. It's a little confused. XP, however, yeah, still pretty in favor of Phantoms, 4K. As we find ourselves approaching 20 minutes into this game. Puck now leading in the net worth. Blink Dagger up. Also has a Void Stone. Could just be for mana regen. Could go into a Lincoln's, I suppose. But let's see, is that Sheepstick? I don't know. Or maybe the early workings of a Sheepstick. Or I guess Ools. Yeah, so Juggernaut, definitely working towards that. Probably seen by that Ogre Club next. Doesn't really have room to carry anything, as he's got those utility items, the wand drums and the TP, which are probably more important than just a little bit more agility and strength when they're already sort of on top of these team fights. And now Andrew Riley being really ambitious here, going into 4.
Looking for me?
No dust though, so we're going to be just fine. Really harassing Dimitri. Dimitri going to have to go back to base after that. At least is level 7. Everyone level 6 now. King Kraken on the Shadow Demons. Got the Demonic Purge, which is pretty good against Juggernaut, but I mean, he can still ult from a pretty decent range.
Top tower is being attacked like nobody's business.
Theory Armlet looks like he's going towards a Basher, just getting that build of strength first for some more HP. Andrew Riley being really annoying, throwing out the tracks from the side. Cybe farming up in the jungle, working towards an Orchid, but in the mid lane, initiated upon. Dimitri goes down instantly, just bursts down. Nice time lapse there by the Weaver. I don't actually know where he went off to. Over here on the side. So now Rubik a little bit in trouble, a little too far in. I think Corey taken down with that Juggernaut ult. Andrew Riley going to be caught out, but is the damage there? Yes, it is. He goes down. Now Puck on the backside. No Dream Coil, no ultimate from Gyrocopter either. But I don't know if it's going to matter. It's 3-on-1 here. Can he armlet toggle? No, he cannot. TP coming back in from Dimitri. Maybe he wants to cancel this. Could go down. Misses the Light Strike array, but doesn't matter. He's got Laguna Blade. So I guess a nice TP back in from Dimitri. Blinking out of here is Sneaks. Sitting on almost 3k gold right now. Yeah, just gonna go Sheepstick. Buys up the ultimate orb right now. Cybe goes top. Pretty low on mana, so not really gonna have any chance of an escape, as Juggernaut is just running over here quite quickly. But he's getting close to the Orchid. He's got the recipe already, so I think he's 400 gold away from that next Oblivion Staff, which would complete that Orchid. That'll be pretty big. Could use that on the Puck. Hopefully burst down Puck, or I guess Gyrocopter before call down. I mean, there's a couple ways it can be used. Pretty much anyone. I mean, just using on one person for that damage amp to make sure you get him. Like that Bounty Hunter. Doing so much damage. He's got a Basher himself. Looks like he's going BKB now with the Ogre Club. And yeah, maybe we should just do an overall item check. No mechanism for either team. I find that pretty funny. So Drums, Tranquils, looks like possibly, yeah, working towards an Orchid. Here's the Weaver. Cybe working towards an Orchid as well. Going for Basher, almost has it. Theory. Hataru's supporting, so not a whole lot. Ags is finished now on Juggernaut. Phase, Basher on the Bounty Hunter here, as well as a couple of pairs of drums, and that Blink Dagger working towards a Sheepstick on the Puck. Dimitri could be in trouble. This could be the death. Yeah, 3 hit right there. No big deal. Yet another track kill going towards the Bounty Hunter, who I'm surprised he's not just the highest level in the game. He's 15. He might very well soon be the highest level in the game.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, I mean, I guess technically he is, even though he's 14.
Radiant's middle tower is
just looking to strike.
I've never seen
the tier 1 tower is still here.
So
Rubik could find himself in trouble. Gonna has Rage and Saguchi. What? That's a combination. Doesn't really matter though. Corey gonna chase him down, but as that's going on, we'll check out this kill, I guess. The Saguchi still saving his life for a little bit, but in the mid lane, it looks like King Kraken was bursted down pretty much instantly. And now the Nyx bomb here. Cybe has that Nyx inside of him. He goes on to the Gyrocopter, the Puck, and the Bounty Hunter. Now Cybe getting bursted down pretty quickly by the Puck, who is silenced up here with that Orchid that looks like it is completed. Ball lightning over the edge, able to get out, but runs right into a Juggernaut. Puck does go down eventually. Now Cybe trying to juke, but goes down to Unicorn Power. Corey picks himself up a triple kill here, though. And then Phantom pops his ult just to get that double kill. Unfortunately for him, he didn't bounce over to Theory. An ultra kill here on Corey, though. Who else did he pick off? Oh, got the Bounty Hunter. Maybe gonna get... What? The game is bugging out. I said ultra kill, then double kill. But anyway, maybe gonna get a Rampage or triple kill. But no, Lifestealer gonna pick that up. So a really nice fight here for Faded. Getting themselves back into this game. And then Super Dry gonna go down yet again.
Your life's in tatters.
So now 10 and 4. Net worth, though. Weaver, yeah, first place now after that 5-kill swing. I believe it was 5 kills, I don't know. I thought I saw it say ultra kill, and then it said like double kill, so I got sort of confused. But anyway, really nice fight. Check out how that's reflecting here. The XP and the gold. Well, the XP is about even, which, you know, team fights usually control that a little bit more. Unless you've got a bounty hunter on your team, then you get a whole lot of gold for killing other heroes as well. Call down just used defensively here on the mid tier 2. So a slight gold advantage for Phantoms. Amount of XP back to normal. And in terms of map control, we got the mid tier 1 gone and the bot tier 1 gone on Phantoms. So the mid, the most important tower, they're missing that bot one. It doesn't really matter so much. And then, yeah, the top, the least important tower on the map probably gone for the Radiant, and also the bot tower. Again, not so important. Still hanging on to that mid for that map control, that fast rotation. Possibly what is able to get him into that fight. Everyone's TPing mid and then grouping up. Or maybe it was this Orchid that was finished. Sort of let him get puck. Now Orchid finished on Corey as well. Nix, he's got the armlet. He's about 100 gold from Basher here. The mid tower goes down. Not going to opt to defend it. It had like 200 health, so it was going down pretty soon no matter what happened. What's coming up with the Juggernaut here? He's got a Yasha, so he's going to be hitting pretty hard now. Probably going to complete that into a Manta, I guess. Maybe so he can get that Demonic Purge off of himself. Or the Orchid, either one, pretty good. Yeah, Orchid is a good item here to pick up against the Juggernaut, then he can't ult. But probably a good chance he'll just be able to ult right out of his Blade Fury. And let's check it out. Cybe got full health. They're trying to smoke ink, but kind of just being flanked. Smoke ink was, they smoked right on a ward, maybe? I don't know if they just read it here. Bounty Hunter gets bursted down, so no track kills here, but this ult from Juggernaut doing a ton of damage. An instant double kill here. Puck bursted down, buyback here from Andrew. And now Unicorn finding himself in a bit of trouble. The Overload gonna slow him down, and he goes down. Corey picks up another kill, so his 1 kill in that team fight. And Andrew brought back, hoping he could get in there and throw a track down at least. And then here's that Rubik, always Saguchi'd. It's fun to play Rubik when a Weaver's on the other team, except when Weaver one-shots you later on. Now standing, super dry. Maybe he can find himself in a bit of trouble, but no, with Saguchi and a whole lot of mana, going to be able to get away just fine. And now the score is evened up a little more. Maybe not, as Cybe could go down here against this Bounty Hunter. See if there's a gem out on the field yet. No, just dust.
I feel like a broken record.
Everyone running away from that Bounty Hunter as they're finding themselves pretty low right now.
Dire's middle tower is under an extraordinary amount of stress.
But yeah, sorry. Scores evened up a little bit here at 22 to 27. Phantoms with those 27 kills. So still a slight edge in that department, but gold we can see, boom, no difference. And XP now in favor of Faded by about 6k. So arguably a small lead for them, but again pretty even. And a nice little comeback. I thought Phantoms was going to run away with this after that bot tier 1 fight. They just walked all over Faded. But then Corey in that mid lane coming back at him, picking up an ultra kill, and then a couple kills even after that. So he's got his Orchid finished up. Has an Ogre Club right now. Could be to tank up. Could be a BKB. I guess not that common of an item that you... Yeah, it's a BKB. Which isn't going to block the Juggernaut all. Lincoln's would have been pretty good in case, you know, Juggernaut maybe gets a little frustrated, or the only target he can really get to is Weaver, pops his ult, and then boing, pops at Lincoln's, and the ultimate is pretty much not used. But I mean, BKB not going to hurt either. Going to be able to run straight through Drycopter even when he has the Rocket Barrage. Won't be able to get stopped by the 1 stun, which is coming out from Rubik. Yeah, I guess you can always Saguchi the Juggernaut ultimate, so not the biggest deal. And then of course Dream Coil not going to go through BKB either, nor the Silence, so maybe it was a pretty smart pickup, but again, not the most common thing you're going to see. Not a whole lot on Super Dry. Looks like he's working towards a pair of drums for himself. That'll be the 3rd for the team. Juggernaut's got 1 charge left, Bounty Hunter's got 1 charge left, so now they need some more charges. Rubik probably wants a little bit more move speed, and more drum charges never hurt. Looks like we got 4 in the bot lane, maybe trying to bait this Weaver just a little bit. I think Phantoms knows. They're stacking their Ancients pretty heavily. Will they give it to Juggernaut, or will they kind of feed it over to that Gyrocopter? As that Gyrocopter, late game, he's pretty strong. I mean, pretty much do anything, get a Rapier or whatnot. Side maybe thought they were doing the Ancients Ball Lightning Zen to hopefully initiate, but no one was there. Now we find everyone for both teams here. Possibly going to clash in the bot lane. This is Courier bringing out. The pings come out. It's a relic. For what, an Abyssal Blade? I'm confused. Oh, Nyx is inside of... Okay, got it. Sorry. It's like, Alright, so yeah. That looks like Abyssal Blade might be finished, because I know he was already very close, so that's going to be the Abyssal Blade. So a lot of farming through theory, and here comes that initiation. Abyssal Blade is there. Who's he going to use it on? Probably the Juggernaut. Abyssal Bladed up is Unicorn, but a nice Dream Coil there by Sneaks, but not going to be enough. 3 down, no one down on Faded right now. Andrew Riley, he's dusted up. That's 4 kills, 5 kills for none. And now it's 27-27. What a comeback here from Faded. That was pretty intense. Those big items finished. That Abyssal Blade, that Nyx bomb is so strong. Expect one of those heroes to be banned in the next game. Assuming Faded wins. I mean, it's not over yet, but this is going to be at least a melee Rax. Only Rubik spawned up right now. If there were buybacks, pretty sure they would have been bought back by now. The Fortify is popped, and this is going to be the bot lane of Rax. So what a game for Faded. It was a little slow to start off. Not a whole lot going on. I was a little scrub and left my overlays on. Wasn't quite feeling it, but now I am. That team fight. Taking that bot Rax down. Now they're going to fall back. So a Rax, a team wipe, tier 2 and a tier 3 tower. I think Faded is happy with that. They're going to back off. I don't know. I mean, they could do Roche, but I don't know if they want to risk it. I mean, they don't want to lose another fight here and then possibly... Or the GG is just going to be called, so it looks like that's game 1. For game 2, I'll make sure to turn my overlay off. But anyway, this is the CEVO Showmatch between Faded and Phantoms. This was game 1, which looks like it's just won here by Faded. They have a pretty good track record against Phantoms, even though Phantoms pretty much decimated most people in the regular season of Season 1. And there's the GG. So, again, I'm Helium from FMBP Dota. I was a little off my game this game, I'll admit. But hopefully, for game 2, it'll be a little bit better. And yeah, CEVO.com, sign up for Season 2. That's what this is all for anyway. And I'm going to shut up and go join that lobby. So thanks for watching.